I call the committee at home meeting for Monday, December 15th, 2025 to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Gavino.
Here.
Trustee Christensen.
Here.
Trustee Curtis. Trustee Gately.
Here.
Trustee Lowry.
Here.
Trustee Nedved.
Here.
Trustee Salazar.
Here.
All right, thank you. Audience comments? Anybody like to speak? Trustee comments? Item 1 under discussion. Steve?
Thank you. Item number 1 under discussion tonight is the supplemental entertainment liquor license for Marisco El Catrin Del Mar. This is for a supplemental B license. The board may remember that back in August, they came forward with 3 requests. That was for a Class A liquor license, a supplemental entertainment B license, and a supplemental outdoor liquor license. The Class A and the supplemental outdoor were approved. The supplemental entertainment B license is the first time that a business goes through it. They go to the board and discuss the concerns for any potential conditions, as this entertainment is for live entertainment, DJs, bands, things like that, and at venue. So it gives the board an opportunity to take a look at the surrounding neighborhood and make sure that if there's any thoughts the board has, they can add conditions to it. At the time, the village board presented a conditional 60-day review. So basically, from the time they opened with liquor, they had 60 days. They didn't have a restriction on the times that they can operate, but it was just to determine if there was any concerns or noise complaints or anything like that that we would consider here at the board tonight for additional conditions. Well, with that 60-day review done, we brought it back tonight so we can have that discussion. I just wanted to point out that during that 60-day period, the police department did a nice job. They proactively went out there on occasion, and they would check the parking lot. They would drive the neighborhood. They would drive behind the building. There were times where they could hear music, but not anywhere that we would consider excessive at all. I mean, some of them, you couldn't even hear it sometimes when you were right by the building. Sometimes if you heard it, it was just very low, but that was because you were standing next to the building. As far as being in the neighborhoods, from my understandings from Joe, there was not any concerns. We did get, I think, 2 total anonymous complaints during that 60-day period. Both times the police department went out there and checked those complaints and did not hear any excessive noise coming from the establishment. So with that tonight, the discussion is to whether or not to just move forward with a full supplemental entertainment B license or a conditional one. And just a reminder, a conditional would be things like hours of operation, days of operation. Those are things that you can condition as far as supplemental entertainment if you would like to. I just wanted to point out that the supplemental outdoor liquor license that they have already limits music to be played in accordance with our noise ordinance, which means basically on the weekends it can go till 10 p.m. outside, on the weekdays till 9 p.m. if they would like to play music outside. The supplemental entertainment B, by that regard, is limited, so outside it can't exceed those hours. This is essentially only inside that you're concerned beyond that time period. So that was something to take into account. If the board has any questions, I'd be more than happy to discuss it. Otherwise, it would just move on with or without conditions to the board for approval.
Oh, fine.
Just remind me, during the 60-day period, we didn't put any restrictions, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I'm fine with it. I think they've done a good job, and I think they've earned it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
I'm fine. If there becomes a problem, we can always revisit the liquor license, so it's not as if there's
Right.
no recourse if something starts to happen, so I'm fine.
All right. Anything else, Steve, on that one?
Nope.
All right. Move on to item 2.
Okay, item number 2 on the agenda tonight is petition 2418, Riverview Townhomes Subdivision. This is a new subdivision that would be located just off of Route 31 off of Riverview. This just recently went to the Plan Commission and they weighed in with some comments. So Nathan's going to walk us through the design of what the developer would like to do.
Okay, good evening, everyone. The Riverview Townhomes Subdivision, which the board saw the concept plan, I believe, back in February. So it's been a little while since that concept plan was before us. But it's a small townhome subdivision on Riverview Street, just east of 31. It covers a portion of 3 lots and a small portion of a 4th. 2 of the lots had single-family homes on them in the past that were demolished in the early 2000s. The whole site is zoned B3, which is the Central Business District zoning designation, and the comprehensive plan calls for it to be riverfront flex, which is a mix of uses, including townhomes, multifamily, mixed-use developments, commercial buildings along 31. The petitioner is requesting a 5 townhome subdivision. So initially it'd be 2 lots. So 1 lot with 2 buildings, 1 lot with 3 buildings. There you go. Once the townhomes are built, the lots would be split down the shared wall so that each unit would have its own lot. And that is the only code exception being asked for, is the side yard setback. So obviously where they share a wall, it would be 0. Otherwise, they meet all the setbacks of the B3 district. The one comment that came up in engineering was about the sidewalk. So there are no sidewalks on Riverview Street right now. And we've had that debate on other projects that have come forward recently. Where do you start? What do you connect to? Staff's position has been to put the sidewalk in, and we'll make the connections later. So they do show a sidewalk here. It does stop a little bit short because Riverview Street goes pretty much straight up to when you get towards 31. So in discussions with the Planning Commission, they just put in a condition that the final location of the sidewalk to be worked out with the village engineer. So exactly how that will terminate. Otherwise, the Planning Commission held a public hearing at their last meeting. They recommended approval with the staff conditions, and with that, 1 extra condition. And with that, the applicant is here to answer any questions. Come on up.
Evening.
Any questions?
I have no questions.
I'm fine with it.
I'm good.
I
Yep.
like it.
Yeah, I like the sidewalk idea, though, just to have this
Yes.
for down
I
the road.
definitely want the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item 3, Steve.
Thank you. Item number 3 is a TIF facade grant. As you know, our TIF districts have a TIF facade grant rebate program where people can do qualified work up to $20,000 in rebates for 50% of the project. Nathan is going to go over 14 South Lincolnway's request.
So 14 South Lincolnway, which is right across from Bruno's, is the Farmers Insurance House. And they put in a request to re-side the whole building, so they would take the existing metal and aluminum siding off and replace it with hardy fiber cement board. They went out and got 2 quotes as the TIF program requires. Both of those quotes were over $40,000, so they would be at the max $20,000 that the program allows. The quotes were included, but because both are over 40 and they can only get up to 20, they can really use either one, whichever one they choose. But yeah, they're requesting the max.
Okay, I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just quick question about the TIF, I guess, the 20,000. When was that established? 20,000 amount? Just curious, as time gone by, should we consider maybe having even raised it at some point?
Yeah, that's a question the board can definitely do. So in the past, there's 2 ways. The 20,000 goes all the way back to the beginning of the TIF. So this is likely because it was under the Route 31 TIF. You're talking at least 23 years ago, roughly.
Yeah, it's been at least that.
20,000 is a fairly standard number, but by today's standards, given that things cost so much, the board can always revisit that policy. We can always change it. The other thing we can do is we can look at individual cases, and in theory, the board has the ability to approve beyond the 20,000 if you wanted to under, it would just be like a TIF grant program or a TIF rebate that the village would offer.
Is it always half, though? It's always 50%?
It's up to 50%, yeah.
That's how we've been doing it.
You know, one of the things we could do is we could definitely bring that forward to the board for consideration on looking at our current TIF programs. The new TIF has got about 20 years left to it. Things have changed, and we're starting to see some redevelopment in the area, so maybe it makes sense to bring it forward.
Yeah.
How long have we had this business in the village?
This one in that location, I don't know off the top of my head, but it's been there for several years.
A number of years, and I believe the daughter is actually taking over the business, so they wanted to reinvest some in the building.
Anybody
fine
else?
with it.
Good. Okay, anything else, Steve?
No, that's it.
All right, that concludes our items to discuss. Motion adjourned.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Good night, everyone.